Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're going to go ahead and cut up what we need to for the Into the Wild collection. Now I've already cut these pieces right here. They're off of a cut apart sheet, and you can see right here it tells you to cut them. So we're going to go ahead and start with the zip strips. So we have two that are green with lines through them. So let's find those papers. They're going to be these tree papers. So we have to cut both of those strips off. Let's go ahead and get out our trimmer. Now this trimmer, I think I picked up at Michael's maybe, but the blades and also even this trimmer you can pick up at Close to My Heart. I got mine at Michael's, I think, because it was before I knew that you could get it there. But you can get your replacement blades at Close to My Heart as well. So we're going to go ahead and cut off the zip strips. We have two green ones, and then we have two that are gray with kind of dots going through the gray. Perhaps I should have figured out which ones they were before, but I didn't. They're going to be these ones that are on the blue with the wood grain background. So we need two of those. Now you can see in the directions, it will say 2C, 2I, 2D, 2J. The 2 is the project number. So these particular ones right here that are the gray stripes, they go to project 2. After I'm done cutting these up, I am going to divide all the pieces I cut up into bags, like 13 by 13 bags with by project. The last one's 1E and 1H, and it's a zip strip also. It's a blue one that has got some crisscross like this. It's this one, and it says one of them needs to be 6.5 and the other part is 2 3/4 by 1/2. Okay, so this is 6 by 1/2, which the zip strip itself is 1/2. So I need to do this. I need to cut this off, and then I need to cut it at 6. And then I need to cut it at 2 3/4. Okay, so we're done with this whole page because this is fussy cutting, and I've already done that straight here. Okay, so the next page says to pull out this tree with the opposite side. So here's the tree with the words. Now the tree is the back side and the words is the front side. So it says I need to cut off 3/4 by 12 of this side. And then it says 2/8, 10.5 by 10.5, and it has an asterisk by it. The asterisk means it's the back side. But first we're going to do the front side, which is 3.25 by 12. So let's do it to 3.25. It's already 12. And my paper moved, and hopefully it's fine. And then we need to do 10.5 by 10.5 on the tree side. I like to flip my board upside down, and that's only because I don't see well. So I flip it upside down so I can see the numbers that are on the arm. So 10.5 by 10.5. then we have to do the same paper right here, the same paper the same way. So we need to do 3/4 of the word side, and we need to do 10.5 by 10.5 of the tree side. There's my words. And then I need to do 10.5 by 10.5 of the tree. Here's 10.5 by 10.5. Now I did kind of see a little bit of a typo on here. If you look at the very front page, it shows you what you need. Project 1 doesn't have any picture sizes that you need. You're going to need for Project 1 4 4x4 pictures. So far, that's the only typo that I have run into. Oop, I might need to change my blade, guys. I'm not going to do it right now because we're in the middle of this, but I'll have to remember to do it when we're done. Okay, now we have to take out that gorgeous star paper. The front is this gray dotted lines and the back is the stars. So it says this has an asterisk on it, so that means it's the back side of the stars. It wants us to have a 5 by 12 of the stars, so we're going to put it back here and cut off 5 like that. And then it says we want 2B and 2H are 1 by 12. 3C and 3I are 3/4 by 12, and those are both on the star side. So we're going to need 2 1-inch strips and 2 3/4 inch strips. So let's go ahead and do that. 1 inch, 1 inch. Oops, I think I just moved it. 1 inch, 3/4 inch, and I don't know why I'm going this way. I should be going this way, but whatever. 3/4 inch, see that it moved because my blade's dull. And I really need to change that. 3/4 inch. Three-quarter inch. And then it says this should be 3.5 by 12, which I think that's what we have left over. Yes. 3.5 by 12 is what we have left over. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and change that blade. I do have a pack of blades sitting on my desk. I just have one left in it. So that's perfect. Go ahead and swap this sucker out. Some people save their old blades and try to get as much use as they can out of them using foil or whatever. I don't do that. I just pitch them. I mean, they're just, when they're dead to me. You're dead to me, blade. Like that, you know. Okay. So then, on another sheet that's the same sheet with the star and the gray side, it says on the gray side, they want another 3.5 by 12. Now, what we need to do is, on this 3.5 by 12, the long side is up and down. So I need to cut this branding strip off, or this zip strip off, so that I can put this in here this way, long ways. So I need another 3.5 by 12, like that. Okay. So now this page is done. So let's go on to the next page. It's looking for the plaid paper with the blue and wood grain like this. And it's saying this plaid side is the front and the blue side is the back. The blue side is the side that they want us to cut. They're saying 4.5 by 10. So let's do 4.5. And they're saying by 10. And I know this is really cumbersome, but when I flip my, have to flip over my trimmer bit. It's like I said, it's just because of the way my eyes are. And then the next one is 7 by 7. So let's go ahead and do 7. It's cutting much better with this new blade. That last one was kind of making the page skip a little bit, and also making this move because it was getting caught in the paper. So hopefully that fixes that problem, and I hope when I was using a dull blade before it didn't cause too much of a problem. Okay, saying we need this again, and we're going to use it for the front side to be 1.25 by 12. So this is going to be 1.25 by 12. So like straight-ish. 1.25 by 12 of this green plaid. And then it's saying, okay, it's saying we need 2 of those. Okay. The pieces I cut are falling. Let me move them over to the side. Okay, so we need another 1.25 by 12. Now, like I said, all of these say what project they're for. Like this one, these 1.25 by 12s, these are for project 3. So you have to make sure you keep those straight. I am going to take mine and put them in baggies per their project numbers. Okay, and then we need a 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. So 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Then we are going to need 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then we're going to have to take this one that's a cut apart sheet. I'm going to use the one that I haven't cut on yet. I'm going to go ahead and cut the zip strip off of it. And this one says we're going to need 4 4.5 by 4.5. I'm going to guess these are probably going to be for photo mounting, maybe? I'm going to presume. So 4.5 by 4.5. Four and a half by 4.5. Now, I told you this in one of my previous videos. If you want these directions, you can certainly go on to the link below for the the kit. You don't have to purchase. You can just download the directions and use your own papers for them. You're going to have to work it out in your head which will work on which side. But yeah, you can certainly do that. And you can follow along with me with your own paper. I'd like to see how you guys do, if you guys are doing this as well. I have not set up a page yet. I need to set up a close to my heart page and Facebook page. I have not done that yet, but when I do, I'll let you know, because it'd be neat to share with each other, I think. Okay, the next thing is the charcoal cardstock that came with this collection kit, and it's saying we need 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 4 times, all on the dark side. The dark side. Excuse me. 4 1/8. 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and we need 4 of them. If I was able to get one out of that last piece of paper, that means I measured wrong. I just pushed it to the side, assuming I measured correctly. I think I might want to ink some of the edges of the things when I'm making the layouts. And if I do that, I'm going to have to use a non-close to my heart ink, because I don't own any of the gray yet. I will someday, but it's going to take me a minute to build up my stash for ink, because ink can be expensive. Okay, so we're done with this sheet. This sheet's done now. Now we're to the very last one. It's white daisy cardstock. I don't know if that went up there or not. I think so. White daisy cardstock, 4 by 9 and 4 by 3. So 9 and 3 is 12. So I don't have to flip my thing if I just cut it 4 by 3. Does that make sense? This strip right here has to be 4 by 9 and a 4 by 3 strip. So I cut it 4. This one is now 4 by 3, and this one is now 4 by 9. Then I need 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, I gotta flip it anyway. 7 and okay, see, the quarter is like hidden right underneath where this part of the arm is. So this is going to be hopefully right. 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. This, I think, is going to be a photo mat, because one of the photos is 5 by 7 on one of the cards. Then I need a 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then it says I need 2 5 by 1/2. And it says it's journaling for project 2. So there's 5 by 1/2. This 5 by 1/2, because I needed 2 of those. Okay, and then the next page is where the projects start. So project number 1 is going to have this background. So project number 1 is going to be these, plus some pieces that we just cut. Project number 2 is going to be, oh, that gorgeous wood grain, and most of it's covered up. That breaks my heart a little bit. This is going to be project number 2. And then project number 3, the background is going to be, it looks like, yeah, white daisy cardstock. So it's going to be the 2 leftover pieces of cardstock. So we still have all of this stuff left over right here. So we might be able to do another layout if we want to. Some of these of this cut apart sheet we might have to cut out to put onto layouts. We'll see. I cut what it specifically said, but if I want to do extra embellishing, it's there for me. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put these into page protectors or into Ziploc bags. Project 1, Project 2, Project 3. And next time I come back with the Into the Wild, we'll be working on project number 1. If you guys decide to work with me on Into the Wild, or you decide to pull your own papers and cardstock to do an Into the Wild with your own papers, let me know down below, because I'm very curious to know. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.